Now we are ready for final step. So let's add a form for inserting new meeting minutes record. So let's delete this and let's add another container with a button for submit. Some styling here. You want to have it in the middle. And for inserting the record, we will use this form component, and just there is a form controller for that, and click on configure manually. So form controller is a data resource that will be used for manipulating our form component. So I'm going to select meeting minutes table, and we want to have like fresh new, so -1 as a sysID, and let's test it. And you will see it's not going to work. Because for some reason you cannot put sysID that doesn't exist. So we need to bind it to our data to actually inject the -1, not hard-coded, but through the data binding. Now it's going to work. Let's refresh. And now we want to bind an action on clicking on submit. Let's change the label. And on clicking on the button, we want to submit the form. So there are options that are connected to form controller. So I want to find this submit action, and just for you to see the flow is going to be filling up the form, submitting, and going back to home page. So this is what we are going to do. Submit. This is one action. And link to destination. That's the second action. And you see it disappeared because I didn't click on add the actual action, so I need to repeat it. Don't forget to add it here. Yeah, exactly. Save it, and it should work, right? I selected submit action, and I selected link to destination. It should work, but it will not. And that's why it's important to know where to look if something is not working, because every component has or should have its own documentation on official ServiceNow site. So let's see. I'm just filling up the form, clicking on submit, and nothing happens. And yeah, what could be wrong, right? So let's click on the form, and you can see I can go directly to the documentation on ServiceNow. And if I go to UI Builder Setup, I can see events, and there are a lot of them. And under Submit event, you can see that I need a specific UI action for my form to work. So I cannot use it because I don't have any UI action. So I need to use save instead of submit. So yeah, I don't have anything here. So let's delete this. Let's delete even this because we want to have in specific order, and let's use save instead. No UI action is needed here, and link to destination, and it will work. So I just wanted to demonstrate how important it is to know where to go in case of troubles, because not all not always the documentation is not always like complete, but most of the time you'll be able to find the answers there. So let's fill up the form, and it should work right now. Of course, we didn't implement any auto refresh, so we need to refresh it. It will take a couple of seconds, and my meeting is there.